Welcome back to WatchAdvisor on YouTube. It's Alexander speaking, your host, and in this video I do have a sneak preview for you, and I will present you two new IWC Schaffhausen watches. The first one is the pilot's watch Chronograph 41mm Top Gun in a Ceratanium case. And the second one is the big pilot's watch 43mm Top Gun edition in a ceramic case.
Don't forget to subscribe and to hit the bell to get our latest notifications.
Let me start with the pilot's watch, the Chronograph 41mm Top Gun edition in a Ceratanium case. So it features the in-house movement 69385. That's a 4 Hz chronograph, 28,800 semi-oscillations, 46 hours of power reserve. The chronograph functions hours, minutes and seconds. Yes, date and day display as you see a small hacking second. The case has a screw-in crown, so when you don't need it, you screw it down. And this is also good to know, since the case, and this is new with the chronographs of IWC Schaffhausen, now is waterproof up to 100 meters. Before it was 60 meters. I'm sure some of you still remember that. So, the case is made out of Ceratanium, the pushers are made out of Ceratanium, the crown and the pin buckle that comes along. So, Ceratanium is a material that IWC developed. It's a mixture of ceramic and titanium. It's a patented material they use. It's extremely hard, looks good and scratch resistant, and also, a very particular surface. So the diameter is 41.1 millimeter of the watch, the thickness 14.5 millimeter, and the so-called lug-to-lug distance is 51 millimeter. In between the lugs we measure 20 millimeter. The sapphire crystal is boxed, as you clearly see, has an anti-reflective treatment on both sides, in the inner and the outside, so perfect visibility on it. The sapphire crystal on the back side only features an anti-reflective treatment on the inner side. That's enough, I would say. Also good to know, and that's a feature that all pilot's watches of IWC Schaffhausen have, the glass is secured against displacement by drops in air pressure. This means, in case you're wearing the watch in a pressurized cabin and the cabin pressure would immediately drop, there is no risk that due to that drop, the glass is literally sucked out of its case. I very much like this tone-in-tone matte stealth look of that chronograph. It really looks gorgeous. It wears perfectly. I've been trying the watch on my wrist. It wears really perfectly and looks gorgeous. Stealth look. There's nothing, absolutely nothing on that watch that could shine or is shiny. So it's a completely matte watch, and that Ceratanium surface, yeah, that's really special and gives that watch that little extra. Only IWC has, since, I told you before, the Ceratanium material is a patented and by IWC invented material. So this chronograph, when it comes on the market, will be sold for 13,000 Swiss francs and comes, as you see, with that particular strap, that combination of textile on the outside and rubber in the inner side. The IWC Big Pilot's Watch 43mm Top Gun edition is a watch in a ceramic case. I said it before, features, yes, a mechanical movement, the 82,100, calibre 82,100. It's a 4 Hz movement, 28,800 semi-oscillations, and has a power reserve of 60 hours. The movement is being wound by the IWC own Peloton automatic winding system, has a central hacking second, a screw-in crown, yes, and that I said it also before, the pilot's watches now are waterproof up to 100 meter, and that's really, really, really cool. Since there is no see-through case back, the watch features a soft iron inner case for magnetic field protection up to 80,000 ampere meters or 1,000 Gauss, so it is yeah, protected by its inner case, soft iron inner case up to 1000 Gauss. It is a ceramic case, titanium crown, a titanium case back, and it has a folding clasp. The watch, or the big pilot watch, has a diameter of 43.8 millimeter, is 13.9 millimeter thick, and has a lug-to-lug distance of 53 millimeters. The distance in between the lug is 20 millimeter. What else to say? Yes, as with the pilot's chronograph, the glass is also secured against displacement by drops in air pressure. This is standard with the IWC pilot's watches, so in case you have a loss in cabin pressure, the glass will not be sucked out. Yes, anti-reflective treatment on both sides, of course. And there's one little remark I have to make. The watch we saw when we filmed it in the early days, it was already in February, featured a quite prominent Top Gun logo on the dial. And Christian Knob, the head of design, who is in charge of the design of all the watches, told me that this logo will probably shrink a little bit, and in the final edition, or in the version that comes on the market, will be a little bit less on the dial, so it might shrink. So if you see it here bigger than it is on the watches you see elsewhere, this is the reason why. It was one of the first watches they made. I still owe you the price, of course. The big pilot's watch, 43 millimeter Top Gun edition, it is 10,600 Swiss francs when it comes on the market, 10,600, and the chronograph, I said it before, is 13,000 Swiss francs. So thanks for watching this sneak preview of these two IWC watches. Of course, during the year, later on, we will have a detailed review of the watches as soon as I get hands on them. These are sneak previews due to the fact that the watches we were able to show you were watches that were internally only available through the brands, and not yet those ready to be sold, and we had the chance to film them, and so we're able to give you this sneak preview the first day after the embargo was lifted. So thanks for watching, and all the best to you. Stay tuned here on WatchAdvisor on YouTube, and be sure to look out for all the other videos we have for Novelties 2022.